disgruntledduck.com.
Hey guys, how we doing? Welcome back again. Thank you so much for joining me. So I had quite a little bit of success with that review video of all the Volkswagen Beetles. It was something a bit different. I got quite a few hits from it. So I thought, let's do something similar again. So it's quite important today. T-shirt first. Star Wars. That might give you a little idea what we're going to be doing. So there's tons of Star Wars kits out on the market. Bandai do some really good ones. There's fine mould stuff, but some of the easiest to come by and some that I think are quite accessible to any building skill level are the Revell kits, and they do, I think it's about 15 kits that are all about skill level 3. They're quite small, about 20 or so parts each. And they cost under a tenner, usually between £5 and £10. So I thought, let us review every single one of them. So yeah, that's quite a stack we're going to get through. This is probably going to hit the hour mark, this video, so hopefully you stay with me through the whole thing. And hopefully we come out at the end of it unscathed. So yeah, enjoy, and see you in a bit. We're going to start off with this one, the Millennium Falcon, but before we do that, there's 15 different kits here. What they have in common and what they don't have in common. So they are all between 20 and 23 parts, except for the Republic Gunship, which I think is 30 parts. They're in various scales because they're all quite small. So they're all between 10 and 12 centimetres, so around about this size. So yeah, let's dig in with the first one. Have a quick sip of grape soda. Right, I don't know how much plastic I'm going to be, plastic bags I'm going to have to be cutting open on these, but let's dig in and see. So first one we go to is the classic Millennium Falcon. Right, what do we have inside here? Clear plastic parts, regular parts. It's pretty small, but that's pretty cute actually, isn't it? Look at that. Top and bottom. Now straight away, they're going to be really quick builds, which is fine. There's not a problem with that at all. But these have got quite a bit of detail. Look at that. You see that? Hope you're getting that. There's a load of detail there, so I think all of these kits are going to be quite quick builds, but there's going to be a lot on the painting. So that's basically our stand, top and bottom, the sides. It's looking like this little clear guy here is going to be for the back engine, so we can maybe paint out blue or something. That would look cool. It's a cockpit glass. And we have a little set of instructions. Now, do we have any decals in here? We do. We do. Okay. Nice little colour instruction. Wow. Now, I've got to be honest, considering, yeah, a lot of it's painted. Considering there's only 20 parts, they're going to give you a good little set of instructions with that. That's going to be awesome. But yeah, as I thought, so you've got all the decals to put in the little orange blocks on top. But I think I prefer to paint them in, maybe. I think it'll look better painted in, a bit of masking. That should be good. So yeah, there's the first kit. £5. I wouldn't say you could go wrong with that. Right, this is going to end up being a real mess by the time I finish with all these. So let's get straight on to the next guy, which is going to be well, I say Luke Snowspeeder, but the Snowspeeder from The Empire Strikes Back. Right, I'm assuming we're going to have a few decals in there. There we go. So a little set of decals right there. Right, so this should be a little bit bigger, not physically, but the scale. So, alright, that Millennium Falcon, the scale was 1 to 241. This guy is 1 to 52 scale. So again, they're really upping their game with these colour instruction booklets. I remember I was at the show the other year, and the guy was asking why they do these boxes all the time, where they open at one end instead of like the Tamla everyone else does, where you lift up. And the guy from Revell said it comes down to price, but I'm sure it costs a fair bit of money to print in colour, doesn't it? I don't know. Anyway, right, nice instructions again. As I thought, a lot of it's going to come down to painting. We've got a couple of pages of the build, and then one page of the painting. So let's have a look at the sprues. Oh, that opened a lot easier. That was nice. Right. Again, I don't know why I'm going to be sticking into all these bits. Interesting. Oh, okay, that's what happened. That's how it fits. Right. Again, some nice deep lines on the bottom now. Nice deep grooves on the top as well. So yeah, we have to get some detail out of that with a nice little wash. Cockpit glass looks huge. There's going to be some masking in my future. I was masking a Huey helicopter last night. Wow, that's 2 hours of my life I ain't going to get back. That cockpit, jeez. So we've got a couple little guys, little Star Wars guys. You know, it's alright detail on there. See little guys there? Could be better, you know. It isn't the smallest scale. I've seen more detail on some 172s, but that's alright, you know. They're going to be hidden, they're going to be inside. The guns, the inside of the cockpit, that's a solid little one. That's a nice little model. I like that. I used to have the back in the 80s. I used to have the actual toy of it. Was it a Kenner toy? I think it was. And it took batteries, and these guys used to light up. Oh god, I had some fun with that guy. Right, so I'm going to making sure, it might seem a bit boring to you guys, but I'm making sure I put everything back in the box before I start on the next one. Reason being, when I did the same video or the similar format video on the Volkswagen Beetles, my god, that was a bit of a cluster. I'm still finding instruction booklets and ties and bits and pieces. That's a couple of months ago. It brings me to the point actually. I'll be making this Meng little pink Sherman. I'll just explain that later though. Anyway, right. So there's two of these. I want to dig out the other one as well. Where is it? There we go. Now, there's two Obi-Wan Starfighters. Not entirely sure why. I should know, because I've watched the movies an offensively ridiculous amount of time. I'm trying to figure that out, which is in which movie. I'm sure someone in the comments can give me some information. So we'll go with this guy. This is a 180 scale. It's a nice looking ship. I don't know what difference. There's some different box art on some of these, and it seems quite random. They just seem to re-box them every couple of years. So we've got a little stand, of course. Again, instructions. Quite a few pages in there. Am I seeing any decals? I should be. I really should be. Right, that seems to be a clear part. Right, let's have a shake. Now, there we go. So there's our little decals. Not too many, as you can see. There's only a few in there. Right, I do like these new instructions they're doing. Really, really nice. Really nice, especially if you're getting into modelling. That's really nice. It just makes it fun and easy. I think these are aimed at a younger generation, but doesn't bother me. I'm still going to have a good crack on these. We've got a little clear part here. So there's the, do you call it a windscreen when it's in a spaceship? Do you get wind in solar windscreen, maybe? Solar winds? I don't know. So there's our little clear part. It's alright. Just like making an airplane, really, isn't it? And then, wow. Now, there's very, very few pieces there. But again, I'm really liking these castings. They really look nice. Can you see? Can you see that? Loads of detail. I'm seeing on everything. That's another stand. I'm seeing on everything, very little flash. Just a tiny little Obi-Wan Kenobi there. Should we paint these with? Should we do these with the guys in or out? I haven't decided. Anyway, so that is Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter. I'm trying to. It's going to bug me. Is this the one he took in the third movie? I think. I don't know. No, maybe it's not. Maybe it's earlier than that. Maybe it's the second movie this is from. On Coruscant. Oh, it's going to bug me. Really going to bug me. Because I think the next one is from the third movie. With General Grievous. When he goes to find the Separatists and Count Dooku traps. That's what I think. I could be wrong. So as I said, here is a third one. I'm going to pull out another one as well. I reckon these are going to be pretty similar. So you've got Obi-Wan's and we've got Anakin's. So I am 90% sure these are going to be identical. So let's have a quick look inside. Nice grey sprues. So what was the last one? Did I say the last one was 180 scale? These guys are both 158 scale. Learning where they keep their decals. So there we go. Nice little set of decals. We've got a decal for, I can see, for the front window. I don't know if we're going to use that or we're going to paint it in. So yeah, printed in Italy. Huh, interesting. Right, our instructions. There's our sprues. There's our instructions. Lots of stuff to paint on the inside of this one. That's really cool. That's going to be fun. Fun and games. It even says, what does it say? God, I should have my reading glasses on. Yeah, it says to use a decal softener nowadays. It even says it. So, yeah, that's where we need to be. Nice, nice big set of instructions on this one. There's a lot to paint. Did you look at that? Looks like a TIE fighter from the rear. It's amazing. Huh. That's pretty cool. So, let's see our little sprues. What interests me so far is sometimes they're wrapping the clear parts individually and sometimes just throwing them in the bag with everything else. Nice to see a bit of consistency across the board. Right, now, Is it me? Alright. I don't see a stand. That's already upset me. What am I supposed to do with that if there's no stand? Let's have a look. No, I don't see any stand at all in there. Oh, that's a bit frustrating. Everything so far has come with a stand. This guy hasn't. You can pick up though, because I know I've got a few of them myself. I've actually, here we go. I've actually got an old model on one. You pick up these clear little ones. You pick them up on eBay, wargaming shops. So yeah, we can find our own little stands, but it would have been nice if there was one in the box. Again, right, a lot bigger, a lot larger scale, more detail. That guy actually looks like Obi-Wan Kenobi. So there we go. Sprues look nice. Again, a lot of detail, a lot of ridges. All this stuff is going to come up lovely, lovely, with a nice little oil wash. So yeah, that's Obi-Wan's other Jedi Starfighter. Even a nice little bit of detail inside the cockpit there. So yeah, we're winning on that. So far, we're not even halfway through these, but every one so far I can't complain about. Now, they seem to be a little bit rarer than they were a few years ago. Tracking down every single one of these, the one that was the hardest to actually find was the Sith Infiltrator, which we'll get to in a minute. Most of them I managed to pick up eBay, Amazon for £5 or so, which at that price, I mean, what's that? That's an Airfix kit, isn't it? Really, that's a really basic Airfix kit in a sale. Alright, so I'm thinking this guy's going to be exactly the same. Yeah, exactly the same. All I'm going to show you is he has R2-D2 in there and some yellow goodness. And right, yeah, they should have changed the guy. So I'm going to look at the guy, because they couldn't have used the same one, could they? One's got a beard, one doesn't have a beard. Yep, different guy. So I was a little bit worried. Yeah, we've got Anakin there. We've got Obi-Wan in the other one. So we're all looking pretty smart so far. Right, what do we have next on the list? Right. Now, any Star Wars fan has always dreamed of flying one of these guys. 1/112th scale X-Wing fighter. So let's slip this guy out, see what we've got inside. Now straight away, right, this is upsetting me. Really suddenly has. These are all flying models, and now they've suddenly stopped stopped adding in flying bases, stands. So again, nothing to complain about with the instructions. Shows what our sprues, what our parts are. Nice, beautiful guy to paint in. Even has to paint little R2. So these again, right, as we'd expect. Oh, look at that, that's cute as hell. Little R2-D2 just there, that's awesome. Again, a few parts, really nicely detailed. We haven't test fitted anything in these, so that'll be interesting when we actually go to the build, see if this actually, it looks really good. These guys, these Sparons, they look really delicate, so we're going to have to be careful with those when we're cutting them out, and especially if you're younger, or you bought this for a kid, this one's going to be a little bit of a challenge keeping them in place. Got Luke or any other Rebel we might want to say. Again, look how much details on those wings. They look fantastic. I don't know how this, if we can have this. There's your little clear parts as well. I'm guessing this is going to be in a fixed position. Yeah, it looks like it's fixed. The wings are quite close together. But you know, there is the Bandai kits out there if you want something slightly larger and you want to open up those wings. So there we go. I've got to say, I'm quite happy with the time we're making on this video so far, and I'm actually really excited with some of these models. That's not going to go back in where I want it to go. Right, next guy, the next one. Right, let me have a little sip of juice. My throat's getting a bit dry. Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. Sorry there. Right, 1:121 scale. I've already had a little sneak peek in a couple of these. I'm not going to lie to you. There we go. Right. Tiny little set of decals. Again, it's mostly for that main window. I don't know how good the window is. I don't know if I want to mask it. I don't know. I hope they look really good when you put them on, but I don't know. I don't know. Right, at least tell me they give me a stand. No stand. Why? Please, Revell, please. Put some stands in these things. What? I mean, God, you know, give us an option. At least, right? Tell you what. Give us an option with a hole in the bottom for the stand, yeah? And if you don't want to use it as a stand, add a little piece to the kit that you can cover up with if you want to keep it as hanging from the ceiling or something. But I'm going to do with all these. Do you know what I mean? I'm 30 something years old. My missus ain't going to be happy with these hanging above the bed. So, clear parts. It's quite easily maskable. They're quite big ridges. I don't think that decal is going to look awesome on top of that. I really don't. Or it's going to need so much decal solution on it to soften up to go over those creases. I don't know. I think I want to paint that. Again, the main body. So much detail. So much detail. It's really nice. They've really put an effort into these kits. You know, I remember some of the kits I got when I was younger, and it's just, you're like, why even bother? What was I making the other? I was making something the other day, and I was like, it's a 148, and I'm like, surely this should be more detailed than the 172. But no, they thought, what the hell, you know. There's the wings. Again, nice little mesh detail pattern all over them. So they're going to come. I think we need to mask all these guys off. Quite tough, to be honest, when we spray these. But that's all part of the fun of it. There's our little Emperor of Evil, Darth Vader. Again, tons of detail on the inside of the pod. It's going to be in light grey with a little bit of a wash on there. That is going to look flaming awesome. So the TIE Fighter, Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, is looking pretty slick. Right, what do we have next on the pile? Okay, this should be interesting. I'm not going to go for the next one, I'm going to go for the one below that, because the next one's another TIE Fighter. Another type of TIE Fighter. So let's mix it up a little bit. Alright, these guys go in there. Little clear parts go back in there. So let's dive down one. Did I tell you the scale on that? Yeah, we did. It was 1:121 scale. So the next guy. Wow, this one is 1:12,300 scale. I hope there's going to be no figures. Currently I'm building a 1/700 Titanic at the minute. I've got to be honest, I'm not enjoying that too much. I've decided I don't think I should build any ship less than 1/400. Just some of the parts, mate. And I wouldn't. Do you know what? I wouldn't mind if the parts were separate on the sprue and you paint them up and then stick on. But some of them are like in the deck. See, it's just a nightmare. It's a nightmare. We've got a stand. Happy days. So this guy, look, painting looks quite simple. Are there going to be any decals? I don't know what they do with decals on this guy, to be honest. But there are. Just the one then. Excellent. One decal. Just to let us know they're the bad guys. And here we go on the instructions. Simple. Still managed to squeeze 21 parts in there. Everything seems to be the same colour, but let's not worry about that. So they're saying as well on this guy, in case you missed it, 20 gram weight in the back end of this, so it's not nose heavy. So what's that? It's like 2 pence, I think. 2 pence. Yeah, I think 2 pence is about 20 grams, isn't it? No, it's a couple of 2 pences. I mean, that takes me back to weighing things out back in the day. Anyway, simple. That's going to be all grey, and it doesn't look good on the front. But let me move those decals because they're folding on that crease. It looks all grey on the front, but we're going to slap a wash on top of that. How have I managed to do that? Bizarre, isn't it? Bizarre. Anyway, there we go. So, tiny kits. Simple, easy. Tons of raised edges. Tons of grooves. So you're going to get a really nice bit of detail lifted on that. So nice little oil wash on there, bit of dry brushing to pop that off. It's going to be sweet. So on to the next TIE fighter. Well, I hope you guys ain't that tired because this is killing me now. Right, look at that, probably 20 minutes in. So well done if you've stuck with me, and if you haven't, well, oh well. So this is a TIE Interceptor. It's like a TIE bomber, isn't it? Am I right in thinking that? Could be right, could be wrong. Instructions, please. There's no. If they start folding the instructions differently as well. Just these little things that shouldn't annoy you, but they really do. Nice little guide. So using their own Revell paint, they do that in a enamel and they do an acrylic. I think it's called Aqua. I don't personally use them because I've got a huge selection of Tamiya paints that I use, but you can pretty much mix and match. You'll find these colours across the board. I think I've told you about the hobby app that lets you find the same colours via the manufacturers. So right, again, it's going to be a bit of masking, quite a bit of masking. I'm going to guess there's a decal for that front window. Could be wrong. It has happened once or twice. And there we go. There's the decal for the front window. I'm assuming it's going to be very similar to the Darth Vader kits, which isn't a bad thing. Again, no stands, so I'm going to have to bulk buy a load of stands. I think I wanted to buy a piece of black paper for my light box because I think it's going to look better in front of a black background instead of a white background. So, really simple again. 2 clear parts, nice raised ridges, so it's going to make masking that really easy. There's our wings, again, ton of detail. Once that's had a little bit of a wash on it, they're going to look really nice. The main body, the pod of it, little chair, so a little TIE fighter. It's going to be fun to paint that little guy. It's quite small, so it's going to be fun to get a little paintbrush in there. Again, look at that, that's insane. Alright, that's probably, I hope that focus in alright. That is insane amount of detail on that little piece. That is going to look really good. So this guy is, look, there you go, price, $5.99 that cost. So what's that? That's a beer in London, isn't it, nowadays? Right, so that's 1/90th scale. That's 10 centimetres long. Really? Really 10 centimetres? Yeah, it is. Huh. There we go. Alright, so what have we got next? So next is the one that I had the most difficulty finding. It is the Sith Infiltrator. Now, I should have been going through what movies these were from. Hopefully you should know. This was, I'm going to freaking forget his name now, Darth Maul's ship. So, this is a newer box. So this is in the Force Awakens box. Is that Force Awakens or is that the one after that's from? Oh yes, there we go. First thing that's made me happy, has a stand. So this guy is 1/257 scale. So yeah, that was quite a big ship. That's got to be comparable with the Falcon, isn't it, really? Because I think that was 2/4 scale. Alright, what do we have? Nice set of transfers there. Nice set of decals. Okay, a couple of those we can probably paint, but a couple of them we don't want to. I don't think I want to risk masking some of those guys off. So there we go, our stand. Thank you. Again, nice simple instructions. Quite a lot of paint for this guy. They do these as sets as well, you know, where you buy it and you get a paintbrush and glue and some paints. They're pretty cool. They cost about a tenner, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different colours they recommend for this one. I'm going to be following these instructions. I'm not going to look at any reference or anything. I'm just going to follow what they show me in here. Hey, look at that. We've got a tiny little Darth Maul. That's out of screenshot, but there's a tiny little Darth Maul somewhere. Now, if this is 257th scale, dear Lord, that guy's going to be tiny. Very small. I mean, very small. Alright. Now let's see if we can find him. Wow, there he is. Look at that. It's got definitely, there's an Eskimo vibe going on there. I don't know who this guy is here. I don't remember. Somebody else. Nice white plastic. Again, tons and tons of details. Tons and tons of details. So a little base and the top and bottom of our ship. Again, they've gone overtime on the details. So these are boxed up as Disney kits. Now, I'd be interested to know if these were produced prior, or any of these were produced prior to Disney buying the franchise. I've managed to lose my pair of scissors. Just get a little blade out. Yeah, because I remember watching a documentary on the Star Wars toys from the 80s and how tight they were, and how they get so easily rejected if there's any flaws. You know, if anything just wasn't good enough. So there's our clear part. Again, a lot of detail on there. So it'd be interesting to know if George Lucas was still in charge when these figures were commissioned, or when these models were. Well, basically what I'm saying is, did he get sent copies of these models? Because they are so highly detailed for such what I'd call a basic kit. I think they've really done a good job on these. Right, I've found the scissors now, brilliant. Right, so next guy is the Naboo Starfighter. Right, 1 to 109 scale. So, I know a guy who I was in a chat to him the other week about some of the Star Wars stuff, and he literally, sorry, one little sip of grape juice. Alright, he literally went out and bought one of these while we were having a conversation. And I see him put it up on Instagram, and he did a phenomenal job. He used AK's, I can't think what it's called, it's the Extreme Metal. He used AK's Extreme Metal, and it looked absolutely sick, the finish he got on it. So there's my cute little guy. We've got a stand. Kind of got a Star Trek vibe, that, hasn't it? Huh. We've got a few decals, quite a few actually, considering. Here's our instructions. Again, we're mostly going to be yellow on this guy. This actually got in the kit. Let me show you. So yeah, some of these I couldn't find on their own, so they came in kits. Well, I've put some of the paints. This is basically what you get in these kits. You get your model, you get one of these paintbrushes. It's a little double-ended paintbrush. I'm using this for varnish at the minute because I have enough paintbrushes. You get a little glue, and you get, I think it's either 3 or 4 paints. Can't be entirely sure. These aren't the ones I got with this kit. This is what I got with someone else. But I definitely got that yellow. So I don't know what else I'd use. So I'm going to have to use their actual yellow, which should be fine. I've never airbrushed their paints before, so that'll be interesting. It's tiny little windshield, canopy. Canopy. I think we'll call it a canopy. This guy's really tiny. Which blows my mind because this guy did exceptional work on this, and I really didn't realise it was this small when I saw the picture of what he'd done. So yeah, a couple of nice lines. This is a bit more of a smoother ship. If you remember, it's very sleek. Some nice little lines. They'll pop out. They're quite deep, so that's going to look nice. Right, so wow, we're into the last. We're 2/3 through. So. Thank you guys for keeping up with me so far. But we are now in the home stretch. I hope. Wow, no. We're even further. We're actually, yeah, that was the 5th of the final 5. So the next one is the kit with the most parts. Right, scale on that is 1 to 172. Wow. Never thought I'd get tired of listening to myself talk, but I'm getting a little bit tired. So this is the Republic Gunship. It has the most parts with 30 parts, 10 centimeters long. Right, lots of clear parts off the bat. One thing I've seen straight away, I've seen a stand. So So thank you for that. I don't know why they don't do it. It just seems crazy to me. Okay. Right, there we go. Loads of clear parts, which are everywhere. They're going to have to be painted by hand, I reckon. I don't know if there's going to be decals for that. If it is, there'll be a pain to put on. I really will. Right. So let us slide out our decals and see what we have. So no. Unless these are them, but I don't think they are. So a few little decals, some markings. I definitely remember this. Remember this was in... Oh, I'm going to get the movies confused and sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. Yoda was standing in it. It was... Was it Attack of the Clones? When Samuel Jackson was fighting a lightsaber battle in that like Roman amphitheatre thing. That's the one I'm talking about. Alright. A load of painting before assembly. Painting those clear parts. Yeah, we're going to have to... Yeah, you see straight away we've got to paint in these details in the clear parts. But it looks like there's quite a bit of paint goes on there. So it's not going to be too bad with a little bit of masking off. A very fine paintbrush. At least we have a stand, so no matter how difficult this is, there's a fair bit of painting going on there. Fair bit of painting. So let's have a little look at what we have. Let's have a look at these sprues. So the sides are open. There's our wings. Again, detail is phenomenal for a tiny little kit like this. Phenomenal. You know, I can't say a negative thing about this. There's a big gap there. It seems like something should have been there. That concerns me. But there's our two sides. Fit together nicely. That's going to be roughly the size of the gunship, wings on top. Nice little bit of internal detail on the flooring. All together, a very nice, a very handsome little kit. Wow. Last three kits. I think we'll save. I'm going to save the best till last. So we'll pull out this. So that guy was, yeah, we said 1:172 scale. We'll pull out, do like this. That's all that we're going to do it in now. Spin these round. So the ARC 170 clone fighter. This is 1:83. So again, if you're thinking of using this in a diorama, you are going to be a little bit screwed. Do you know what? I'm going to put those little bookmark things in the bottom of this video, because even I wouldn't have watched 40 minutes of this. Do we have a stand? Do we have a stand? It looks like no. So what's that? So that 50% now don't have stands? 50% do, 50% don't. Clear part. It's a big old clear part in the top of that. I don't. Do they count? Do they count the stand as part of the number of parts? Probably do. So that means these other kits have slightly more parts. 3 little guys. I don't remember these. I don't actually remember when were these in. Were these in the second or the third movie? I think these were in the third movie. I want to say, right? I want to say. No, I wanted to say they were gonna be when Anakin and Obi-Wan were flying around in that little space battle, and these were around. But I could be wrong. Right, there we go. Does that see that? All right, so it actually goes all the way through those little grommets there. Nice detail. We have to be careful on these that we don't fill them in when we're doing when we're priming that up. Nice detail on the wings. We've got 3 little pilots there. You can see. There's our main body, and there's our engines. So yeah, again, cute little kit. We've got 21 parts in there. Our instructions, quite easy as well. Again, a lot of painting before assembly. A slightly more rigorous set of transfers for this one. Some of them we can probably replace with paint if we so wish, for a bit of extra detail. Nice and simple. Lots of decals. It seems to me that there's more. Seems to me there's more numbers there than decals, but maybe they're showing it from different angles. Anyway, that's that guy. Final 2. Alright, so I'm not going to put that back in the box at the minute, because I'm not going to be confused with 3 boxes. Oh, TIE Fighter. This is 1/10 scale, which is, so look at this guy, right? One 10 as 112. You could probably just about get away with them in a diorama for this. They're close enough to be the same scale, but I don't know why they didn't. I don't know why they didn't do a couple of things, maybe similar scales. Right, let's have a look at this guy. See what's in the box. Wow. Okay, now that's a stand. They're not even messing around on that guy. I'm just going to take a bite of Snickers. Well, here, my stomach rumbling. I've been produced this move for so bloody long. Nice huge stand. Really simple. Only going to be a couple of colours. So let's look inside. We're going to have to mask. A lot of masking. That's my only concern. Not so much of a concern, to be fair, but I just think that's going to be quite a bit of work. A huge guy. Now, what scale did we say this was? This is 110. Does this guy look 110 to you? This guy looks huge. I would hasten, right? Do you know what I've got lying around here? I've got over here. This is a 1/48 scale. This is the cockpit for a 1/48 scale Huey. Now that guy's actually bigger than that seat. So I don't see in any imagination. Let's cut this guy. Let's look. Let's get him off the sprue. And let's show you exactly. So look, he's even sitting on his back seats. This guy's huge, look at him, right? He dwarfs the front seats. There's no way he's getting in there. This guy is definitely not to scale. Which then makes me think, is the rest of this model to scale? Is it 1:110? I very much doubt that after seeing that. But doesn't matter, nothing else here is in the same scale, so what does it matter anyway? a load. Phenomenal. Look at the amount of detail on that. That is just, that's outstanding. Which also makes me think, is it, there's so much detail. Is this really 110? Sure, we can look up online. Even the seat, right? So that this guy should be smaller than a 172 pilot, and he's not. He's freaking huge. So it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, we've got the stands, the internal parts, really a ton of detail. We've got the base of our stand, which I'm really happy. That's nothing. It ain't gonna fall over on that one. We have our pod. Again, load of detail, load of nice deep lines. And we have our wings. So yeah, and mask these off. That's going to be a fun little game to play. Do not enjoy masking. Really discovered that. That's going to come up lovely. Right. Apart from the issues with scale, we look to see, and we know exactly it's going to be. There it is. It's going to be for that window again, which we're going to mask off anyway, because screw that. Right, final guy. Wow. Slave 1. 1 to 160. I don't even know where they tell us scale anymore. Really don't. Fingers crossed, right? And I don't even need to cross my fingers because I've seen the picture on the back already. Come on, out you come. Has a stand. Which makes me so happy. It really does. This guy has a stand. I always remember seeing a picture of this guy in the old catalogue as a kid for the actual toy version of it, and wow, it was cool. So we've got a little set of decals there. It seems to be 13, which don't like that being a bit of an unlucky number to finish this video on, but nonetheless, colours. What's that? 7 colours for this. We've got a big old clear part, you can see. We have a little Boba Fett. That's going to be awesome. Oh, that's brilliant. So again, need to paint up a lot of this before we stick it together. It looks really nice. It looks really nice. But, as I say, the proof is in the pudding. Sorry, a sip more juice there. Nice chunky stand. Kind of looks a bit like a little bit like the skiff from Jabba's palace skiff when they use out to the Dune Seas. Nice detail again, as we've come to expect with all these little Revell Star Wars kits. Really bit of nice detail on there. That's going to pop. Internally, right. Let me have a butcher's back at the instructions. So yeah, nice details there. Right, so this is the underneath, I would think. Ton of detail. Look at that, when you put a wash on that, that is going to look so smart. A load of detail on the sides there. The only thing, as I drop everything, is I'm wondering how much internally you're going to see of this. Because this stuff looks really highly detailed for internal parts. But we're not going to complain, because the more detail, the better it is for us. So, this is the final piece of the final model we are reviewing. As you can see, ton of detail like everything else. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this one. This has been another long one. I'm quite literally dead now. I need to go and eat something. Hope this one's been a help to you. Join me again. I'm going to make up all these guys. I don't know when. I have an idea of what I'd like to do. But yeah, come back and join me. And Until then, happy modelling.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment.